In this episode, I want to take you on a tour of a vintage hotel frozen in time. It's seeing a recent resurgence in pop culture, like in a music video by Grimes, highlighted on Playboy's The Girls Next Door, a favorite place of celebrities like Dolly Parton or Barbra Streisand, and is a haven for modern-day pinup models. It's actually in San Luis Obispo, California, a couple hours up the coast. Old Hollywood dreamers and Imagineers from Disney, set designers, prop designers, craftsmen came up and built this whimsical late 1950s, early 60s hotel, and still to this day in 2022, it looks exactly the same. Over 100 individual rooms boast decor that even Hollywood directors would shoot on. The most popular lately is the Love Nest room. But highly booked rooms also include the Caveman room or the all-blue room named Vu or España. The huge connection to Hollywood here is not only that it's a capsule in time, but the fact that real Hollywood professionals did design this wonderland. In the late 1950s, local construction company owner Alex Madonna conceived an idea for a bubbly pink monstrosity of a kitschy wonderland by drawing a sketch on a napkin. His daydream was fully realized when on Christmas Eve 1958, the Madonna Inn officially opened. It was a mishmash of countries, national parks, fairy tales, Swiss chalet style, the list goes on. The inn itself rests on a solid rock base and boasts a full dance floor, steakhouse, cafe, bakery, heated pool, waterfalls, secret garden, spa, horse ranch, winery, on and on. It's very reminiscent of the board game Candyland, but if it was doused in pink and like an episode of I Love Lucy. So we're here at building number 2 behind the front entrance of the Madonna Inn. There's 3 separate buildings that hold the actual rooms for hotel guests. I'm staying in building number 2 right now. All right, so this room is the fabulous 50s. Pink card, of course. Here we go. My friend and I took a last-minute trip, so with that, plus our budget, we opted for one of the least expensive rooms available. I wish I could show you guys their most lavish offerings, but we were really pleased with this room, especially for the price. All rooms come with the signature Madonna Inn fluffy robes, ice buckets with pink crests, notepads, and other amenities. The hotel is located in a small town for California, but it was built to be a honeymooner's stop and resort. You could spend a few days on the compound and never leave. They have events happening all the time, separate restaurants, they have little pink bikes that you can rent out and bike around the mountains, horseback riding, there's tons of events in their expo center. See, California has always been the land of dreamers. To give some backstory and context, post-World War America was not only booming financially, but anything related to war and death was out. The time to celebrate and live was now. Old color palettes like army green and navy blue were gone. Bright pink was in.
Vanish the black, burn the blue, now on girl. Pink, pink.
The longing for creating tradition at home and enjoying life was amped up. Previous to the Second World War, California was built economically on tourism, film, and the auto industry. Over-the-top architecture was the norm. You could drive Hollywoodland and find a giant Egyptian sphinx or a flower shop inside of a giant larger-than-life flower pot. It's called pragmatic architecture, but informally called roadside, pop, or bizarro architecture. It was a product of 1920s California and the boom of the automobile, designed to catch the attention of passing motorists. The Madonna Inn is similar in that way. So once the automobile became common, you had people going by at 35 miles an hour looking for places to go, and Southern California became a hatchery for this type of architecture, because California was completely driven in development by the automobile. Most of the rooms were conceived by Alex and Phyllis Madonna, but a few notable Hollywood designers had their hands on this. Disney artist Alice Turney Williams designed the signature floral carpets, which can be found in main public spaces of the hotel, as well as some particular rooms. Harvey Allen Warren, a Hollywood set designer, created the men's bathroom on the basement level, which boasts a waterfall urinal. Mr. Alexander Zeller, a renowned Bavarian woodworker from Munich, Germany, was the talented man behind the wood. Eventually, demand was sufficient to expand the hotel into 40 rooms in 1959, and the inn facility was constructed in 1960. In May 1966, the inn's original units were burned to the ground in a fire. It opened a year later, and by the end of the decade, all the rooms had been rebuilt in the manner for which they are known today. There are now over 110 rooms. Of course, everything at the Madonna Inn is pink, including the golf carts here with the Madonna Inn crest. Everything in the gift shop, including the pink themes on the tennis courts, tennis balls, pink lampposts I'm looking at. If you've seen the girls next door, Holly Madison, Bridget, and Kendra drove around here in the early 2000s in their reality show, I'm sure Trisha Paytas is looking for one of these. So I'm gonna take you to the pool. The pool, spa, and fitness center were not part of the original construction in 1958. It actually wasn't added until the 2000s. This is one of my favorite areas of the resort. The pool is set partway up the southwest sides mountain overlooking the San Luis Obispo Valley. In this area of the state, the climate drops after the sun goes down, but the pool is heated. There's a misty fog that blankets the pool while yellow, blue, and pink atmosphere lighting shine through. Adjacent to the 90-foot pool is a waterfall near a bridge which connects to a gazebo. Tucked behind this is the jacuzzi. There is a daytime poolside bar and food menu. Speaking of this, the Madonna Inn is known for their pink cloud drink. It's strawberry vodka, creme de coco, strawberry puree, and cream, topped with whipped cream, pink sugar, and a cherry. I'm guessing this is a take on the popular 1940s pink squirrel drink, which originated in Cuba. In the 1950s, when the Madonna Inn was conceived, movie star Jane Mansfield claimed to drink a pink lady cocktail every single night after dinner. I'm assuming this menu item connects back this far in history. And a side note, try their pink champagne cake. They're known for their giant 1950s pink champagne cakes, which can be ordered almost anywhere on the property, including delivered to your room. All right, we're moving on. The pink and baby blue trimmed tennis courts are open to hotel guests daily. It's located near the parking lots on the west side of the resort, and tennis rackets can be checked out from the front desk. There's also a wedding chapel on the south end, but I'm not sure if it's still in use. The building still stands, but the area has recently been taken over with tons of Tesla car chargers and Tesla parking, because California. A secret garden with flowers, picnic area, and pond are between the main building and the road to the pool. This is more so a show yourself around type of amenity, but every so often events are hosted here or it's used for bridal showers. Decades have gone by since the Madonna family invested in this, and with the culture shift, the hotel is a great place for pinup models and Instagrammers. The color palette and details are stunning for whatever device you have, from just an iPhone to professional cameras. This is what immediately drew me to this place. I was looking up a lot of retro models and 1950s pinup style on Instagram, and I noticed a ton of different people who had gone to this location. I thought at first it must have been some type of photo setup studio, but it was actually the Madonna Inn. Also, check out the multiple gift shops. There's one on the far top of the upstairs that has a full 100-page book on their history, lots of merch, and different eclectic items all over the shop. If you walk up that same set of stairs from the Gold Rush Steakhouse, you'll find a side gift shop that's more so a boutique of women's clothes and swimsuits and other things local to the area like cowboy boots and hats. There's really nothing quite like the Madonna Inn. I've noticed lately that more and more of old Hollywood is disappearing in LA. What was once a century-old theater downtown has just recently been turned into an Apple store. Rich architecture and favorite celebrity haunts are torn down to make way for stale high-rise apartments. If you want to step back into a preserved piece of history, the Madonna Inn is where to go. Oh, and a side note, I was not paid to promote this hotel in any way. If you like this channel and want to see more mini documentaries on vintage Hollywood, please subscribe or like this video. And thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video.